The continent is dying, and if you're a commoner with no special powers, no sword training, no coin in your pocket, your chances of seeing next spring are slim at best. Welcome to the Witcher universe, where you're not Geralt of Rivia, you're not a hero, you're just another peasant, trying not to become monster food or a casualty of someone else's war. So how do you survive? Let's talk about what makes every corner of this world a nightmare before we dive into each region's specific horrors. The Third Northern War between Nilfgaard and the Northern Kingdoms has transformed the continent into a graveyard. Armies march through fields, seizing crops and burning homes. But the armies themselves aren't the worst threat. It's the aftermath. Deserters turned bandits with nothing to lose. Starving refugees flooding the roads, mass graves attracting necrophages by the hundreds. The professional soldiers have moved on, leaving you with this new reality: abandoned villages, trade routes as death traps, and complete social collapse. Monsters are everywhere and lethally real. Drowners lurk in every body of water, waiting to drag you under. Ghouls dig up your dead and gladly make you their next meal. Wolf packs hunt in numbers capable of overwhelming entire families, and foglets materialize from mist. You can't afford a witcher, assuming you can find one. Their services cost more than you'll earn in a year. When something starts killing your neighbors at night, your options are run, hide, or die. The world is full of teeth and claws, and you're made of meat. Civilization offers no protection. Guards are corrupt, accepting bribes while bandits operate openly. Nobles treat you as property, which legally you essentially are. When robbed or assaulted, there's no recourse. Courts favor the wealthy, guards serve whoever pays them, and making trouble means you disappear. Your best strategy is remaining unnoticed, because attention from authority figures rarely ends well for commoners. Perhaps the most dangerous threat is your neighbors. Witch hunts sweep through communities targeting anyone different or unlucky. The eternal fire spreads paranoia and hatred, turning communities against themselves. You could survive monsters, war, and starvation only to burn at the stake because your neighbor coveted your land and accused you of devil worship. So just to make it absolutely clear, you are not special and you're not important. You're collateral damage in someone else's story. So how do you survive anyway? That depends entirely on where you are. Because while these threats are universal, each region of the continent offers its own unique ways to kill you. Let's break them down, and in this video will be about White Orchard. White Orchard appears deceptively peaceful. Rolling hills, a quaint village, an old mill by the river. This picturesque Temerian countryside is where many travelers first encounter the reality of the continent's collapse. Don't let the scenery fool you. White Orchard features temperate climate with mild summers, cool winters, and regular rainfall. Ideal agricultural conditions that paradoxically make it a military target. The hills provide excellent sightlines but no defensive terrain. Numerous streams provide water and fish alongside drowners. Scattered woodlands supply timber and game but lack density for concealment. Occasionally, rain creates muddy roads while providing cover for movement. White Orchard sits directly in the war's path. Nilfgaardian occupation forces maintain martial law, requisitioning supplies and controlling movement. Recent battles have left corpses throughout the region, drawing packs of ghouls that now boldly approach settlements. A griffin recently has destroyed the mill and terrorizes the area, making even the skies dangerous. Deserter-turned bandits have fortified the abandoned village, while drowners infest every waterway. Wolf packs roam the forests, emboldened by abundant carrion. Poisoned wells create additional hazards, whether by retreating armies or saboteurs. The battlefield itself remains a death trap of unexploded siege equipment and feeding necrophages. However, you are a capable, streetwise little commoner whose most advantageous weapons are the right skills and adaptability. And since you know your way around this area, you probably already possess the knowledge necessary for survival. Let's look at a few practices you can adopt. visit the blacksmith. Keep any tools or simple weapons you own in good repair. The dwarf blacksmith here is essential. Having him work on your tools is always cheaper than replacement. But do not sell everything to the blacksmith. Instead, trade with the merchants near the inn or the innkeep to get better prices for things like furs. The hut north of the main road is vital. The herbalist, Tomira, deals in crucial medicinal ingredients. Sell honeycombs and local herbs to her for the best price. Try to avoid the guards. Keep your head down, do not engage the soldiers, and do not carry anything that could be mistaken for Temerian loyalty. You are safest remaining quiet and compliant, but you can sell any simple armaments, armor, or more valuable crafting components you loot from the surrounding dangers to the quartermaster at the garrison. He pays better for military gear than the village blacksmith, but the road is full of danger. The path near the Amavet fortress ruins is often blocked or patrolled by the most dangerous threat to commoners: bandits, deserters, and cutthroats. As a commoner, you cannot fight these groups. Mark the bandit camps near the ruins and the one north of the sawmill as no-go zones for travel alone. The cemetery is located north of the mill, infested with wraiths after dusk. Do not linger, especially at night. Wraiths are beyond the power of a commoner to fight. Stick to the roads during the day. Be wary of the river. Drowners are common in the Izmina River and near the Kakler Bridge. Avoid going near the water or crossing at unsupported points. If you plan to travel to the east, you might get to the crossroads. This is the main junction point connecting the village to the garrison and the road south. It is politically charged. Travel quickly and silently. Nilfgaardian patrols are common. You probably heard about that giant royal griffin that haunts the land. Well, that one is not a monster you can fight. Griffins are apex predators. They hunt large game, including cattle and horses, but will attack humans if they feel their territory is threatened or if they are desperate, and they are very territorial. Look for dead livestock and the massive distinct talon marks in the dirt. If you find a carcass, leave immediately. The griffin is likely nearby. The ford is a crucial river crossing right after Wosong Bridge, linking the ransacked village area to the main White Orchard village. Drowners are common in the shallow tributaries of the Ismena River you cross. Never cross after dusk. If you must cross, move swiftly and avoid the main sandy track where the cart broke down. Instead, use the less traveled banks, even if it adds distance. So the most important thing is stay close to the village. I know it can be a bit claustrophobic after a while, but it's your best chance. Think of it as the heart of your meager existence. Everything outside that visible cluster of huts is hostile wilderness. If you have to venture out for wood or water, treat your time outside like holding your breath. You go out, you get what you need, and you return immediately. The few extra coins you might get from scavenging the ransacked village or the ford are simply not worth the risk of being ambushed by bandits or found by a drowner. The risk-reward balance in this region always favors staying home. Be boring, be safe, and you might just live to see another morning. And that's how you survive White Orchard as a commoner. Stay close to the village, work for the Nilfgaardians, avoid death traps, and boil your water. Simple rules that keep you alive. White Orchard is manageable, decent protection, predictable threats, survivable climate. To be fair, White Orchard is easy mode. Next time, we're heading to Velen, no man's land, where swamps breed disease, war destroyed everything, famine is universal, and the crones demand children as tribute. If you made it this far and enjoyed, subscribe for the next episode, hit the like button, and leave a comment with any useful survival tips. We need every advantage we can get. See you next time.